Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to another episode of the weekly download. This is Mitchel Dumlao, and I just wanted to say thank you for watching. Every single Monday, I go live and I talk about today's tips and advice that I'm learning in the process of doing so while I'm working with clients in the video production business. So I'm trying to teach video creators, videographers, filmmakers, and people who own video businesses some things that I've learned over the years and in my experience working with brands and building my company so that you can build a very successful company yourself. And so today's video we're going to talk about working with brands and the top 3 things that you need to know in order for you to provide brands with the right deliverables and to have a working relationship. So it's not just a one and done video. They like it so much that they want to hire you again. And so the first thing that you have to know about brands that I learned from a friend of mine who owns a pretty big video production company that does a lot of commercials for Ring and Amazon and Oracle and you name it, is that brands like to be taught how to basically brands want to be handheld. They want to be treated like royalty. At the end of the day, it's a concierge service. So what I want to say about that for a lot of videographers out there who want to be that I am the creator, you listen to me, that diva mode, or be that kind of person that says that everything has to be done my way, working with brands and executives and departments and corporations, you're going to have to play the game. And the way that you really keep brands basically hiring you, because they can hire anyone in the world. Why would they hire you? Yes, there's other people in the world who are more talented than you. And it's really the relationship. And that comes down to how well do you respond to their emails? Do you respond to their notes? How are you able to take notes? How available are you to get the job done? And I've learned from all the years that I've worked with brands and what a lot of the testimonials that people say about me is I just get things done. And it's really a breath of fresh air, especially in Hollywood. If you ever worked in Hollywood, there's a lot of drama, like unnecessary drama sometimes. And people who promise too much and then they can deliver, people who underdeliver, people who don't deliver on time, and also the folks out there who just like to complain or start arguments out of nowhere. And I'm not that kind of person. I just want to get amazing videos out there so I can just show people my talent, grow my company, grow my career, and also do a good job for my clients. Okay, so with those two in mind and this whole first tip, it's all about just making sure that you are treating the client with utmost respect. And at the same time, don't be, walked over like a doormat. Like if you have to push back because they're not paying you on time, or if they are, giving you some really hard time on notes, or they are asking for something that you didn't sign off with in a contract, yeah, push back. There are things, of course, you should push back. And at the same time, when you are dealing with a client that is from a bigger company, you have to realize that it's usually a CMO or a vice president of marketing or director of marketing, and they really just want to make sure that their budget is allocated and used correctly. And it doesn't really matter really if, yes, it does matter, you get some ROI, it'll be great, but that's what the CEO wants. The owner of the company wants to make sure that if I spend money with you, the video vendor, I'm going to make money back. Usually the directors of marketing and these executives, it's like, I'm going to hire you so I can impress my boss and also show people that I'm competent in my role. All right. And so what that means is that really just be there all the time with your client. Don't take 3 or 4 days to respond back. Like make it 24 hours tops, at least within 12 hours. Even if you have to say, hey, look, I can't answer right now, I'll get back to you in a few hours. That will really speak volumes on the way that you treat your clients and also the people that you're working with for that project. And they'll see that, okay, I'll hire this person again because they listen to my needs. They're always there and they're making sure that everything's getting done on time and high quality. So remember the concierge service and the idea of not being a diva and at the same time not being a doormat. There's a clear line and a balance there. And as you mature in your professional career, you're going to learn that balance. Now, the second thing is to shoot and edit for multiple aspect ratios. Make sure that you don't have a horizontal aspect ratio in your camera filming the whole time and you forgot that you have to do vertical and you have to crop out logos and products and major components of a scene. I know this because I've shot so many horizontal to vertical formats that there are things that I leave out. Like you can't have a wide shot, a two shot, right? You can't have a client and in the interviewee or the subject talking to each other in a conversation on a vertical format. So I hate vertical format. So to have a conversation or to show a conversation, maybe you do a shot, reverse shot, right? Or if not, it's just showing the one side as vertical, the other side as a vertical. And what that means is that you got to shoot accordingly. And so this is important because nowadays brands are going to be using this content on multiple platforms. So landscape for YouTube, square for Facebook and Instagram, portrait for Instagram, vertical 9:16 for TikTok, Instagram Reels, and Pinterest or whatnot. But honestly, it's going to be vertical portrait, which is 4:5, 1:1 square, and then 16:9, which is horizontal. At the same time, you have to ask your brand for the creative brief, because they're also going to give you other dimensions that they want. Sometimes brands want video at the end of a product case, a Best Buy, and it's got to fit in a different dimension. Sometimes it's a banner ad that's not 16:9. It's maybe a different aspect ratio. Know this before you get into it, because let's say you have animation and you have to tell your animator, hey, I didn't know that we have to do all these different aspect ratios. So your animator is only doing 16:9 animations. Then you tell them they have to do a 9:16 and a portrait and a square and then do it in another aspect ratio. It's too much, and that's going to waste a lot of time. So know the aspect ratios coming in, know the deliverables coming in, and also know how to shoot for those deliverables. Make sure that when you are shooting in horizontal that you can somehow crop or, be on the lookout for vertical. The way that I do that, always shoot in wide, right? Shoot in wide so that you can always crop in just in case, okay? Last thing is you got to know about cutdowns. Okay, so brands always want to have their 1 minute, 30 second, and 15 second spots. All right, 1 minute, 30 second, 15. So these are for ads. And then in the broadcast world, you'd be in 1 minute commercial, 30 second spot, 15 second spot. So the way that it works is that when you do shoot these commercials and you have a script, you're going to have your script, and then you might need to have your 30 second script, then your 15 second script. You have to ask the client and the brand, what are the main factors and message that you need to convey in this video? So when we're down to 15 seconds, we're telling the message that you want to tell, right? The 1 minute is like a full story. The 30 second is a cut down on the story with the main part in it. 15 seconds is the main message. We make amazing software so you can run your business efficiently. Is that we make tasty treats that make your kids happy, right? You got to really pinpoint what is the message, and that usually is what is going to be highlighted in the 15 second cut. So when you are creating these 1 minute, 30 second, and 15 second cuts, have that in mind, right? Because when you are editing and you haven't really thought of it, you're going to be cutting parts of the script and Frankensteining it together so it doesn't make sense. Ideally, you also, let's say there's a voiceover, you have the voiceover done in a 1 minute, 30 second, and 15 second cut. So you're not cutting off words and sentences and making it sound really weird, right? So be prepared for the 1 minute cut, 30 second cut, 15 second cut, also in different aspect ratios. So you got to do a 1 minute in all those aspect ratios and a 30 second and a 15 second. So word of advice is that make sure that you prep for your 1 minute cut, 30 second cut down, 15 second cut down, shoot knowing those are coming to mind. So maybe you have some extra shots for the 15 and for the 1 minute. When you're in the editing room, it's going to make it super simple. It's not going to sound like you're cutting up sentences and it's totally not in flow. All right. Well, hopefully that was helpful. I am choking on some dry air here in Austin because it's allergy season. So I might have to go soon. Anyways, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully this was helpful. Again, going through the steps and the tips, top 3 things you got to know. Concierge service, treat your client like your number one client. You're always there for them. Reply to their emails within 6 hours. Try to do your best to, keep up with their notes. Don't take them personal. Remember, they're paying you. At the same time, don't get treated like a doormat. Okay, stand up for yourself at the right moments. All right. Number 2, shoot and edit for multiple aspect ratios. So be prepared for square, vertical, portrait, and also landscape, or 16:9, 1:1, 4:5, and 9:16. And then be prepared for cut downs. 1 minute cut down, 1 minute cut, 30 second cut down, 15 second cut down. and other aspect ratios. So you got to make sure that you write the script in those different cuts. At the same time, maybe you got a voiceover in those different cuts so that your post and your edit doesn't sound like you're chopping up a whole sentence. Okay? All right, hopefully that was helpful. My name is Mitchel Dumlao again, and this is a weekly download video content school. And if you have any questions, please email me at mitchell@videcontentschool.com or leave a comment below. And remember to like, comment, or share this with anyone you think would find this helpful. And if you really want to learn more about video content, go to videcontentschool.com. I've got free courses and a paid course called the Video Content Blueprint. Totally awesome. It's going to teach you how to create a content strategy, how to film and shoot on a low budget, at the same time how to edit and publish so you can get maximum views online. It's really good for you to learn because you can become a content strategist rather than just a video creator or videographer, and it's giving you more value because you're more than just creating a video. You're coming up with a strategy and also consulting on how to get more views. All right, at the end of the day, the client is hiring you to get more views, to get more sales, all right, or more awareness or authority in their industry. So again, thanks for watching, and I will be here next week, and I will see you then. Thank you. Bye.